The Vipers have finally arrived home in Oxford. The Talladega Superspeedway is preparing for a very special event as Russell Branham joins us in studio to tell us more. And John Garlick reports in from Washington, D.C. These stories and more coming up on the TV24 News.
It's now time for the TV24 News, presented to you by Team One Chevrolet of Gadsden.
Good evening and thank you for tuning in to the TV24 News presented by Team One Chevrolet of Gadsden. I'm Courtney Lynham.
And I'm Shasta Jones. Here's the news for June 7th, 2023.
The Oxford Police Department needs your help in finding a missing 16-year-old boy in Oxford. Dayton Notorious Shirley was reported missing on June 3rd, 2023 from the Kingview Drive area in Oxford. If anyone has any information regarding the whereabouts of Dayton Notorious Shirley, please contact the Oxford Police Department at area code 256-835-6133. Again, that is Dayton Notorious Shirley. Height is 5'5", weight 120 pounds, a male with eye color of hazel. His hair color is blonde or strawberry and age is 16.
The Smash It Sports Vipers have finally arrived home in Oxford, Alabama. Eric Freeman caught up with the general manager, Don DeDonatis, at Chocolaca Park.
Don, welcome to Oxford, Alabama. Many people are very excited to have you guys here. Just talk a little bit about the organization and how did we get to this point?
Well, we started out last year in an exhibition season. The Vipers did. It was a first-year team, and by putting the exhibition on, we grew the program. We got 4 teams in the league this year, and out of the 4 franchises, we're happy to say that one of them is in the city of Oxford, Alabama, which is, we feel, we're looking to be the best franchise in the league.
Now, where do you see this marriage going, so to speak? Where do you see this going places?
I think it's unlimited here. The resources and what the city brings in the community, and it's a family atmosphere, which I believe is what makes this thing successful. I mean, the travel teams and the grassroots teams and building the community to see professional sports, I think is huge for it. And I think this league is going to expand, and I believe that it's unlimited where we could go.
Women's softball has always been popular, but in the last few years, it's really grown a following, and especially with the College World Series happening. Just can you talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, the numbers coming out of the viewership in the World Series, it doubles the baseball college championship for baseball, and what you can see every day, the regionals and now the home bases of the stadiums being built because they can't accommodate down the street at Alabama, and it's 4,000 people a game. I mean, years ago when you'd go to a facility for watching softball, there'd be seating for 350. So, I mean, and I think as they're building more stadiums and getting it bigger, and as the people grow, I mean, you're just seeing the fan base because of the participation. And I think women are finally getting put on the map and where they need to go.
Finally got the girls on field. How's the team looking so far?
Well, the hard part's getting them all here. 5 of them were in the College World Series that we drafted out of the 7, so we had to wait till they get eliminated before we can talk to them about any kind of professional contract. We had 9 the first day, and I think we're up to 12 right now, and we're looking to try to finalize the roster by the next 3 or 4 days.
We'll have more in the coming weeks with Don and the Vipers. Welcome home, Vipers.
We now welcome to the studio Kevin Riggin from our title sponsor, Team One Chevrolet of Gadsden, with more information on an upcoming event. Welcome, Kevin.
Thanks, Court. Great to be here with you guys, man. Love the studio. Big time event coming up on Saturday at Team One Chevrolet. We're having the Corvette Cruise in, and we're going to be raising money. The Mid-Alabama Corvette Club for Magic Moments, which is a fantastic charity to help make kids' dreams come true. But it's exciting. We're going to have food trucks out there, and from 10 to 2 you can come out and see all the Corvettes. There's going to be 40, 50 plus Corvettes out there, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Fun. So that's this Saturday, June 10th, and I see that there's going to be a raffle.
Yes, they are giving away a RC 1 to 8 scale Corvette, and Mid-Alabama Corvette Club is actually giving that away. And of course, we got food for everybody, and it'll be a lot of fun. Of course, you got to check out the Corvettes there. You know, it's so much fun. In fact, we delivered our first Z06 today, which was an amazing Corvette. And hopefully, our customer's going to bring it down Saturday too. So
Oh, good. So
we're
check it
excited.
out.
Oh yeah,
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
That is going to be awesome. Well, wonderful. We'll try to stop in on Saturday and check that out too. See all those cool Corvettes. And
Oh, that'll be great.
Yeah.
And it's our first time. We want to thank David Kimsey. David Kimsey's in the Mid-Alabama Corvette Club, one of our previous employees for lots of years, and he helped set this up, and it's going to be a fantastic day.
Awesome.
Yeah, first time. So.
Well, good. Well, thanks for visiting, and thank you
Absolutely.
again for being our title sponsor. And yeah, so y'all go out to Team One Chevrolet of Gadsden on Megan Drive on
Yeah.
Saturday from 10 to 2, and go check out the Corvette show.
Yeah, it's glad to be back in Oxford.
Yeah.
Feel back at home.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank
being
you.
here. So wonderful. Well, coming up, we have Russell Branham with the Talladega Super Speedway join Shasta to talk about a special event raising money for a local charity. You're watching the TV24 News presented by Team One Chevrolet of Gadsden.
The Coosa Valley, on the banks of the Coosa River in Gadsden, Alabama. Fishing, boating, and paddling, and home to Team One Chevrolet. Team One Chevy has been serving generations for years. Even the grandkids are grown. Come by and see why so many people come back to Team One Chevy in Gadsden.
Home of the best people, the best service, period.
I am a dreamer who will make a difference in this world.
I am flying to a future of great promise and change.
I am a mentor committed to helping my students transform their lives.
I'm a hard worker striving to build a better Alabama.
I am a go-getter with ambition and drive.
I am a Gadsden State Cardinal.
Watch me.
Watch me.
Watch me fly.
At Dunn's HVAC Plumbing and Electrical, we know how hard it is to find a dependable company you can trust. The time-consuming effort can be frustrating and overwhelming. We believe what matters is getting back to what's important to you. Dunn's HVAC Plumbing and Electrical is built upon honesty, integrity, and also trust. We are your local choice for all your HVAC plumbing and electrical needs, serving Calhoun, Jefferson, Shelby, and surrounding areas. Visit our website at callduns.com to schedule your appointment for dependable service done right.
The Talladega Superspeedway has been a part of the fabric of this community since 1969. Everyone knows about the racing, but it's what they do to give back to the surrounding area that makes them a true community champion. Joining me now is Russell Branham with Talladega to discuss a very special event happening June 17th. Russell, welcome to TV24.
Great to be here, Shasta. Thanks so much for having us. It's always great to talk about the happenings at Talladega Superspeedway. You know, when you think about the place, you think about 200 miles per hour speeds, you think about 33 degrees of banking, the biggest racetrack on the planet.
And no tickets at the same time, right?
That's exactly it. And these NASCAR drivers get to have the thrill of racing on it. But now we have events at the racetrack where a fan or someone in our community can go out and feel exactly what the drivers feel at a slower pace. But also that big degree of banking and how wide and big that racetrack is, and it goes for local charities.
Awesome. And so how many people normally participate in this event?
We have hundreds of folks that will come out. So on June the 17th, which is a Saturday from 9 until 1, 4 hours. We'll have the racetrack open. You come by for $50. All you got to do is pay us $50. That goes into the pot of things that we're going to give back to the local community. And you can take a full 2 laps. It's almost 3 laps that you get to go around. We'll have a safety truck which will lead you. Basically, it'll be at highway speed, but you can get out there and you can feel exactly what you know, Brad Keselowski and Kyle Busch and all the rest of them get to feel.
So are we talking Alabama highway speed or kind of California? You can't go over 55 or you can't go over like 95?
I'd say Alabama interstate speed,
Okay.
which would be the best. But you know, the money that we raised, last year we raised about $50,000 and went to various charities. One of those charities was a league of our own here in Oxford, the beautiful baseball field that you can see from I-20. Next weekend's events will go to the Talladega, North Talladega United Way. So we have 4 of these events scheduled this year. This will be our second. And again, last year, the money, every piece of money that we made last year, the almost 50 grand, went back into the community for various charities.
That's wonderful. And now are all of these charities actually down there with you on site that day?
They were. They have
Okay.
been in the past, and we expect some of those folks from the United Way there in North Talladega County also to be with us as well. So the great thing is you get to go out and you get to make, you know, a few laps around the racetrack in your car, in your vehicle. Then you get to come in, stop, then you can go inside the racetrack. We'll have our big Talladega Garage Experience open, which features our Big Bills, which is a 35,000 square foot open air social club. It's part of a $50 million project that we just did 4 years ago. So if you haven't been to the racetrack in a long time, I urge you to come out there and take a look at what is done, what has been done over the last few years to really upgrade the facility and make it into a show palace.
Nice. Well, I have a question for you. When you keep mentioning the cars that they're driving around, do they get to pick which car they're driving, or it's their
No, you bring your own car.
Oh, so you don't want to exactly bring a VW Bug unless it's souped
What kind
up.
of car what do you have out there in the parking lot?
Don't ask about the one in the parking lot because that one's not going to go.
Well,
but
what
I
do you
have
have at home?
I have a Camaro Z28.
Okay. You can bring your Camaro Z28 and you can go out to the racetrack, pay us $50, and again, it goes right back into the community. And you can go out on pit road, just like the drivers do in NASCAR. Go out, make 2 full laps, come back down pit road, and then go into the parking lot where the Talladega Garage Experience is. But you get to drive your own vehicle.
Okay. And they're going to wave the flags and everything for you? Or
we're going to say go. Got to go. Hey, look, we're at a racetrack. You got to go.
Well, and then do they shake up was it the champagne after when you come through for everybody at one time, or is it milk?
That's designated for Victory Lane. And that's another thing. When you go into the Garage Experience, there's photo opportunities. So you can go to our Ruoff Mortgage Victory Lane, and we'll have our Vulcan Trophy, which goes, there you go. Chase Elliott is our defending champion of the Yellowwood 500 last fall at Talladega. You can go inside the Garage Experience presented by Coolray, and you can take your picture right there beside a trophy with the Victory Lane as the backdrop. So everything that we can showcase to you during a NASCAR weekend, of course it will be full then with cars and everything else, but you get to still see it and sort of get an idea of what it would be like. You know, the great thing about that experience, I call it locker room access.
Right.
You get to go literally feet from where the teams are preparing those race cars. Literally feet from where Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski and Chase Elliott, they're getting ready to get into the car. So no other sport that I know of where you can get that kind of access. So at least you'll be able to see sort of what that is. And so hopefully you'll come back for our races in September 30th and October 1st for the Yellowwood 500 weekend.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, that all sounds so amazing and awesome, and definitely, for those of you out there watching today, definitely look into participating for this. It's for a great cause coming up, and how much fun to get to drive around the racetrack on your own, to tell people around that you've gotten to do that. The experience itself, like you said.
That racetrack, I get the thrill of just going out. I've been able to give some pace car laps to various folks over the years. And I love when you're on the bank, you just sort of look up. You're down at the bottom and you look up and you can't believe it's almost 5 stories.
That's a high. I've been around on one of the tours. That is a high curve.
Absolutely it is. It's listen, Bill France Sr. built that racetrack as a palace of speed, and he got it. And guess what? It's right here in our local community.
And everybody's going to laugh. If I go do it, I'm going to probably take it at 35 miles an hour.
What other racetrack has a movie named after it? Has a
That is true.
#1 country song by Eric Church. I mean, think about so many great things that, as a result of that racetrack, that there are out in our society today. So come see us. We'd love to have anyone that would like to come. And again, all the money that we raise will go to the local community.
Well, we want to thank you, Russell, for joining us. And for those of you out there, to find out more on this upcoming event at Talladega, visit www.talladega-events/track-laps/. Coming up after the break, Lacey Klontz with weather.
Sweet.
Thank you so much for
Hello everyone, Tony Russell, General Manager of Sonny King Ford. And boy, do we have unbelievable markdown on used cars that you do not want to miss. It's time to make the best deal on a used car. Shop our wide selection of used trucks and premium pre-owned models. Don't wait another day. Come by and see me, Tony Russell, and let's make a custom deal for you. Find great savings on pre-owned used cars at Sonny King Ford on the sunny side of the street, Anniston, Oxford.
The weather is warming up and spring is just around the corner at Miller Sand and Landscape Supply. I'm Craig Miller and we've got something for everyone. From bulk materials like sand, gravel, and mulch to beautiful outdoor decor to make your outdoor living space the envy of the neighborhood. See our beautiful selection of Mazzarelli fountains, flowers to brighten your garden, and an outdoor center loaded with beautiful decor. Whether you need a little or a lot, visit Miller Sand and Landscape Supply.
So y'all been talking for 6 months now?
Yes, this is my soulmate. I'm so excited.
Well, we're about to go find out.
Why are we at a cemetery?
Well, it seems like you've been drug fished. You've been talking to fentanyl this whole time. I'm so sorry.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today.
Forecast Extra. Extreme heat is fueling Canadian wildfires, and they're coming down and affecting the lower 48. This footage is from Chimney Peak in Jacksonville, Alabama. You can see how hazy it is. So far, there have been more than 2,200 wildfires in Canada this year, and 100,000 people have been forced from their homes. Now, coming up here in Oxford, we can expect mostly sunny skies for the rest of the week. Now tonight, temperatures are going to get down to 64 degrees with only about a 15% chance of showers. And then tomorrow, it's going to get all the way up to 84 degrees with partly cloudy skies. And then coming up for the 7-day, as you can see, we've got 84 degrees for Thursday and Friday, about partly cloudy skies. And then Saturday, it's going to heat up even more. It's getting all the way up to 87 degrees with mostly sunny skies. But now over here on Sunday and Monday, you better get your rain jackets out because it's going to be a 58% chance of rain on both of those days, and then hopefully clearing up on Tuesday. And now back to the Canadian wildfires. We have John Garlick on location in Washington, D.C. to see how that area has been affected.
Well, Lacey, it was a beautiful day up here in D.C. yesterday, just clear with almost unlimited visibility. But today, it's a little hazy, and you wouldn't think that forest fires in Canada would have an effect on us down here in D.C. But oh my gosh, Canada is having a wildfire season to write home about. Of course, New York and New England is kind of getting it worse than we are here in D.C., but there's a haze, there's definitely something in the air. You can almost taste it not quite smell it, but you can tell that you're breathing in something. So we've got a bit of a severe weather alert down here. I think Alabama's going to be more of a milder case, but you might be able to see some haze this morning and for the next couple days, because I understand Canada's going to be burning for quite a while. For the Community Television Network, I'm John Garlick on location in Washington, D.C.
Thank you, John. Everyone, I'm Lacey Klontz with your TV24 weather report. We'll be right back.
The Coosa Valley, on the banks of the Coosa River in Gadsden, Alabama. Fishing, boating, and paddling, and home to Team One Chevrolet. Team One Chevy has been serving generations for years. Even the grandkids are grown. Come by and see why so many people come back to Team One Chevy in Gadsden.
Home of the best people, the best service, period.
There's a special place where overtime gives way to family time, where fast pace becomes a little slower lifestyle. At Campers Unlimited, we can help get you there, where your lake house, beach house, or tailgate headquarters can have the same address. We carry the top brands in America like Grand Design and Forest River. With a large selection, we're sure to have a floor plan that fits your needs. So when you're ready to disconnect in order to reconnect, take the easy drive to Campers Unlimited on Interstate 59 in Gadsden or shop us online at campersunlimited.net.
Hello, I'm Kyla Whitmore with the Whitmore Mortgage Group, powered by Success Mortgage Partners. I am located on Highway 78 East in Oxford. We are a full-service mortgage lending branch specializing in single-family residence, condos, townhomes, up to a 4-unit property. We even do barn dominiums. We are Success Mortgage Partners, where success is what we are about, mortgages are what we do, and partners are how we treat everyone.
I tell you what, that sounds so exciting to me still about the racetrack.
Yeah.
Have you ever wanted to just get out and drive? And just,
I do now. I want to go out and drive home fast. No,
I'm telling you, there's so many drivers out here on the freeway I've seen. I think a lot of you need to definitely try it for sure.
Hey, that's a good idea. Take it out on the speedway where it's nice and safe.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, let's go check in with Chandler and let's see what he has going on in sports today for us.
The Talladega Superspeedway news has turned Courtney into Ricky Bobby all of a sudden. SEC officials in SEC news, they have announced that there will be consequences for storming the fields starting this next year. The home school will have to pay a $100,000 fine after the first offense. It will cost the home school $250,000 after the second offense, and then a $500,000 consequence for any subsequent. Anytime that happens after that. I can't talk today. SEC football scheduling. There is a lot of people that are upset that the SEC chose to do an 8-game SEC schedule instead of going to the 9-game schedule to kind of stay with the times. SEC will keep an 8-game schedule, but that's only for the 2024 season right now, and then they will make decisions after that to figure out where they're going to go in the future. An Alabama Crimson Tide and SEC great Antonio Langham has been selected for the College Football Hall of Fame ballot. What an honor. Hopefully the Tide great will be selected to the Hall of Fame when the voting happens. The Hall of Fame, Antonio Langham, you all know him. He has one of the most iconic plays in Alabama Crimson Tide history, has been selected for the ballot for the Hall of Fame. Calhoun County coaching changes. The coaching carousel continues. I told you yesterday, Ken Kofer will be the head football coach at Weaver. Andy Former, who's already the head wrestling coach and assistant in football, will be put in charge of Weaver softball, taking over for Gary Ashley. Dalton Turner gets the interim tag removed and will be the head baseball coach at Pleasant Valley. Blake Muncher also moves from Sachs to Pleasant Valley, and he will become the head girls basketball coach. Lex Hull Muncher went from being the interim head softball coach at White Plains to the head coach at White Plains. So take the interim tag off of her as well. Clay Sprayberry went from being the interim head girls basketball coach to the head coach. Take the interim tag off of him at White Plains. Todd Lumpkin has been selected for the Welborn boys basketball head coaching position, and Ashlyn Dempsey will be the girls Welborn basketball coach as well. That is some coaching shakeup that has happened right here in Calhoun County. We've talked about it a lot already. The KJ Britt football camp, that is June the 17th, so a week from Saturday. A week from Saturday, the KJ Britt football camp right here in Oxford, Alabama. You can register at kjbritt.eventbrite.com. That is kjbritt.eventbrite.com. That will be at Oxford High School, at the Oxford High School football field, and the time will be from 10 o'clock in the morning until 1 p.m. The NBA Finals. The series is now tied 1-1. Miami has to feel great being able to go to Denver and steal a game. And Game 3 tonight in Miami is going to be a big one in that series. I was talking to one of my buddies the other day, and he's a huge NBA basketball fan. He's a basketball guy, and he said that this would have to be one of the greatest underdog stories ever if the Miami Heat goes on to win this series and become the NBA champions. Aussie Albies homers last night. Sean Murphy had a 2 RBI double. Marcell Osuna and Orlando Arcia each had an RBI apiece. And the Atlanta Braves defeated the New York Mets 6-4. As a Braves fan, it's always great to beat the New York Mets. In a side story there, I don't know if you knew this or not, but one of the late great Braves, Chipper Jones, named one of his sons Shea because of the way he played and the way he hit in Shea Stadium. I guess he said, if I'm going to be the Mets daddy, I might as well name one of my sons Shea after Shea Stadium. Hayes Harrison, one of our athletes of the week, one of our Oxford Dental Care athletes of the week, was selected as the Alabama Gatorade Player of the Year for baseball in Alabama. Hayes Harrison, you see it right there, the left-handed pitcher from Oxford High School. He was a senior. He's 6 foot tall. He had a 1.28 ERA with 82 strikeouts. He hit .382 with 38 RBIs. He was 12-0 on the mound for the Oxford Yellow Jackets and was a pivotal part of their adventure to a state championship. Also, with Oxford High School, we are in details and we are working out a way, and I've already talked with Coach Brooks, and we are going to do a special right here, a special presentation produced by TV24 on their run to a state championship. Just a few more things. West Georgia, they still have their big man camp, or they had their big man camp yesterday. Actually, it's today. They had their big man camp today. I think you still got time to go over there and try to register for that. But if you didn't get a chance to go to that, make sure that you follow the coach on Twitter and reach out if you're an O-line, D-line guy. I'm going to throw it to the girls. Thanks for joining us for sports. This has been Chandler Tyree.
I did. So I used to work for the Rome Braves. Love and miss you guys out there. But yeah, I got to meet a few of those young men when they played for our team.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to them.
I know. I love it.
I'm sure they miss you too, but we're sure happy to have you.
Oh, definitely we are. Well, I love you guys too. Happy to be here.
And if you brought, a little bit more rain for the free car wash out there, that might help out a little
that'd
bit.
be nice.
Yeah, well, Sunday, Monday.
Come help me water my plants.
You got it, girl. I got you.
We want to thank you all for joining us tonight at TV24 for the news, and we hope to see you tomorrow night. Signing off from Oxford, Alabama.
For over 60 years, pain relief products were developed by big pharma and companies that could cause harmful side effects. Now there is something new in a topical pain relief product. Thousands of people who experience pain daily are now enjoying a safe pain relief product. This big discovery is Sweet Relief. Sweet Relief is a 100% all-natural OTC product that allows you to experience with no drugs, no chemicals, no alcohols, no CBDs, just fruit moisturizing with a tropical scent. Thousands have bought and used Sweet Relief with great success. Sweet Relief specializes in relieving minor arthritis, muscle and joint pain in 1 to 2 minutes. That's 1 to 2 minutes, not days or weeks. Order today. Go to www.mysweetrelief.com. That is mysweetrelief.com.